What's up, guys? Today we got a video that's a little bit different than what we normally do. Today we're going to talk about things that we purchased that is probably not worth the money, and if we had it to do over again, what would we do differently? So I'm going to talk a little bit about my stuff, Wally's going to talk about his stuff, and Bill's going to talk about his stuff. So you guys stay tuned because this one could be pretty interesting. Alright guys, we kind of originally designed this video and kind of talked about it, and we was going to talk about the tools that we purchased that kind of didn't live up to the expectations or that we thought was a waste of money. I've almost alleviated all of those tools. Like if it's junk, I get rid of it. I don't keep it here. I've had some things in the past that I've talked about in some of my videos, like the snap-on tools that are junk and stuff like that. I know I did one on a zip tie gun that I purchased that was supposed to be so awesome, and it ended up sucking majorly. But I pretty much got rid of all of those tools, so I don't have any of them to show. But one thing I do want to talk about is toolbox storage. If I had it to do over again, would I spend the money on like the 72-inch Master Series or the 55-inch Master Series? The answer, quite frankly, is 100% no. I would not do that again. If you guys will walk right over here, I will show you what I think is worth the money to purchase. And we're doing a little shop cleanup day today because we've had a pretty hectic week, so I thought what a better time to shoot a video and try to clean up some crap. But anyway, one thing I would recommend is spend the money on a good roll cart. This thing here, we've got what we call ski jumps in our shop. They're concrete humps that's in the floor where it's been pieced together. This thing is worth the money. Everything that I use on a daily basis is pretty much in this cart. The only time I ever use my big boxes is for storage items of stuff that's might not get used but once a month, once a week, once every 3 weeks. Spend the money on a good cart. I recommend the slide top. As you can see, it's got all this crap up here, and you can still open it and access all your stuff. This is worth the money to spend, $1,200, $1,800, whatever. Go good on a cart. You can skimp on your boxes, especially if you're not working out of your boxes every day. If you do like we do, all three of us here, we use a cart every day for our stuff that we use. So this is what takes the beatings in our shop. The toolboxes, if I had it to do over again, I would probably buy a Husky or a Milwaukee or a Cobalt or a US General, something like that, because they're not getting beat on like this is every day. That's pretty much just holding the overflow. Like in this box, there's absolutely no standard. Well, there is one set of 1/4-inch standard sockets in here, but that's the only 1/4-inch or the only standard that's in this whole box. All my standard stuff stays over there because we hardly ever use it. All the stuff that like air hammers, grinders, things that we don't use a lot, that's where that stuff lives. Pressure testers, coolant refill kits, all of that junk stays over there. And quite frankly, it works out great. If I had it to do over again, I would save the money on the toolboxes and I would invest that money in tools or more diagnostic equipment or lifts or whatever for the shop. I think that's one of the flaws that I jumped into. Now, granted, they are nice boxes. I love having those boxes, but they're not a necessity. That's probably one of the biggest mistakes that I've spent money on that I wished if I knew then what I know now, I would have saved the money on the boxes and put it towards stuff that would make the money instead of just holding tools that's used very rarely. But anyway, I'll get Wally on camera now and he'll show you what he's got, and also Bill, and we'll talk about it and see what you guys think.
All right, the tools that I probably wasted money on, well, no, I did waste money on them. I'd have to agree with Clay on one. When it comes to tool storage, it's nice, you got the features, you know, power drawer and all that good stuff right there, plenty of storage, but kind of like what he made a point to, all this does is carry overflow. So in reality, it don't get beat on, and for what you pay for it, it ain't really worth the money. I mean, maybe half that right there, I could maybe justify, but other than that right there, roll cart's where it's at.
Show
Right
everybody
there
your
is
roll
my
cart.
workhorse. Everything that I use on a regular basis stays in that right there.
So Wally's just like me, like that thing goes to every job that we work on in the shop. And, you know, that's what he works out of every day. That's what holds all of his tools. And like he said, this is pretty much just overflow what's not used.
I guess when it comes down to tools, I'm kind of like Clay. A lot of them I've just got rid of the ones that I'm not going to use. But I kind of wasted money on this right here for what I paid for it. And as much as I use it, yeah, it was probably a waste of money. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of a cool factor, I guess you could say, whenever I got it. But it wasn't worth what I paid for it. Another one, this is personal opinion, which granted I kind of repurposed the pliers, but the piston ring compressor. You can go back and use the old band style, and to me, it worked a lot better than these right here. Whenever I got it, I was like, man, that right there is gonna make it a lot easier. You know, you just wrap it around the piston, squeeze, throw it down on the bore, you're done. No, it's not that easy with that right there. It's actually more complicated than the band style. And I don't know why rings kept popping out. I don't even know why I still have it, to be honest with you. Yep. Like I said, I just kind of repurposed the pliers for something else. So it did get some use out of it. Other than that right there, like some of the nitpick stuff that you don't use that often, probably a waste, you know, one-time tools, but they'll get you out of a pickle and eventually. But actual wasted money, yeah, them right there.
Well, do you recommend skimping on a roll cart, or do you say go with a Snap-on Matco, something like that?
Go name brand, because I've seen the ones. I know a guy that had a Harbor Freight one, and I ain't knocking Harbor Freight, but where he used it and the ruts and stuff in there, the drawers ended up messing up. One of the casters ended up messing up, and I think one of the shocks on it messed up on it. He'd flip it open, and it would slowly just creep back down. Yeah. And he didn't want to spend the, $20-30, whatever it costs to fix the stupid thing. So I don't like flip tops, but I like slide only. And a good quality one will last you. Like you said, you can go get Harbor Freight toolbox. It will do the exact same thing this one's doing. Nothing special about tool storage. Nothing.
I mean, if you worked out of that every day, I could see a Snap-on being a better box because of the opening and closing and all the weight in the drawers, but
if you use it as a roll cart, only go good.
Yeah.
Because that would be stupid not to, because it will fall apart. But if it sits there, like what this one's been doing, invest in a good roll cart. It's worth the money.
I agree.
I mean, even I think I gave $1,500 for that right there, and I've had it for 4 years, no issues. Yep. I love the thing. The only issue I have is with the casters, but that's a different story altogether. But I guess that right there would be my worst, or my wasted money.
Yep.
All right, my first is going to be, it's an OTC.
No, that's an OEM.
OEM, I'm sorry. OEM.
OTC is good.
This is the cheap version of what everybody else makes as a seal puller. As a one-time use puller, I think I gave maybe $10-15 for it. Wally has done had to straighten it back out once or twice. Of course, that end is curved around and it's looks like an S almost. That would probably be the first thing that I would say is wasted money. I wish I would have spent the extra money and got a good one when I bought that one. The next thing is these supposed to be semi-ratcheting wrenches. I bought them at a local parts store. They said they were, can't remember how they, there they go. They were like $30 for that set. It was an all new product, and I used to be big about going into all new stuff and just trying it out to see if I liked it. That's junk. That was a waste of $30.
Uh-oh. So you got one of my favorite tools as your junk tools.
This one is it's not what I expected it to be when it was new. I thought, yeah, it's okay. That's probably the third gun like that I've had. I have used one of the competitors' guns like that, and that one is actually better than the one I'm talking about. But it's still not. It didn't meet up to my expectations. And on the Ratchet, I had an a snap-on air ratchet that I traded for this. It was going to cost, I think, $130 to fix the air ratchet. The trigger in it was leaking. When you plugged the air up, it was just constantly spewing air through it. It would have been well worth the money to go ahead and get it fixed because it would snatch your wrist off. This one, just like the gun here, does not meet up to my expectations.
And it's funny because this is one of my favorite tools, and this is probably my second favorite tool. But you did. Now I have to say this in all defense. Bill has had some bad luck with the 14.4. Like, if there's 6 duds out of 100, he's gonna pull 5.
Yep.
Every time.
And I'm gonna have to contradict Clay and Wally just a little bit on the U.S. General boxes. I've got a buddy of mine, of course, we work out of his box a lot, but he's got a U.S. General box, and really the drawers, the body of the box hold up pretty good. The drawer slides are crap. He's got 3 or 4 drawers on that box that they need help. They need new slides.
Well, is he working out of it all the time, or is he working out of a roll cart and doing like we do, use them as spare storage?
Actually works out of that box more than anything.
That goes back to what me and Wally just said. If you work out of it, get a good one. If you're going to use it for storage like we do, that's a waste of money.
Well, he won't spend the money on a roll cart, so.
Well, you can't teach an idiot nothing.
That's right.
So what's your opinion if you had it to do over again, because you use your roll cart a lot?
Honestly, we got a flyer a couple months back. Napa had a big setup, and I can't remember, it was probably twice the size of this one for, I think maybe $4,000, $3,500, $4,000. If I would have seen that before I bought this box, I would have probably bought the one from Napa.
Yep, I agree. All right, guys, so there's Bill's opinion and Wally's opinion and my opinion.
My 2 cents.
2 cents. That's worth a nickel and everywhere else.
I didn't know it was that valuable. Come on,
It is. All right, guys, like always, thanks for watching this video. Let us know down in the comments what you think, if tool storage is worth spending on a snap-on box or a Matco or Cornwell or whatever Mac or whatever truck comes by your shop. Check the links in the descriptions. We got some cool tools and discount codes. Also, the new link for the Load Pros in there, and Diesel Medic and Koon Trucking shirts. Like always, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up and click that subscribe button. It's totally free. It don't cost y'all nothing. Now, we got to get back to pushing some brooms and dragging some water hoses. Always fun. You guys have a great week. Catch you next time.